Hi all, my name is Dr. Poklar. For those of you who go to St. Joan of Arc, you may know me as Saxby, Annalise, Lorelei, or Adelaide's mom. When I'm not at home being their mom, I'm what they call a psychologist. And one of the things I do in my work with teenagers is I create these little slideshows called Poklar's Ponderings, where I talk about different things that I think they may find interesting or I think they may find helpful. So I'm going to try one for you guys, and if you like it, I can keep doing more. So before we really jump into it, let's go to the question of, what is a psychologist? My kids say that it's being a feelings doctor. What I really do is I help kids, teenagers, and even adults with either feelings that they don't like having, that are too big or that are scary, or behaviors, usually ones that get them into trouble or that are scary. What I do with these feelings is I focus on coping. Coping is just a fancy way to say deal with. And in this video today and other videos over the next couple of weeks, that's what I'm really going to be focusing on. I know in my house, there are lots of feelings and thoughts and questions about the coronavirus and all the changes that are happening because of it, like schools being closed or not being able to visit relatives or go on trips. The first thing I want to share with you is that if you're feeling sad, mad, scared, happy, lonely, frustrated, angry, worried, any of those or any other feelings on this list or off this list, all of those are okay to be feeling. Lots of us, even the adults, are having a lot of feelings about all of the changes. And a lot of us are having more than one feeling at the same time. It's also okay if you're worried or sad or mad looks different than your friends, your siblings, or your parents. Check this out. It's lots of different faces of worry. They all look different, but they all feel worried. Worry is a feeling I want to focus on today, because my guess is most of us feel at least a little worried, scared, or afraid. I'm going to share some tips on how to express or share those worries, because, and this is a secret, I don't want your worries to hear, shh, the more you express your worries or tell them to someone you trust, the smaller your worries get. They can only grow really big when they get to tell you what to think and what to do. You are taking control when you write them down, draw them, or speak them out loud. Let me show you a couple of ways that we're doing that in our house. Give me just a second. There we go. Some of the ways that we're doing it, there's two of them that we're using a lot. One of them is with a notebook. It doesn't have to be a big fancy notebook. It can be something that looks nice or that has a lock on it. And what you do is you identify somebody that you trust, a parent. It could be an older sibling, but parents are usually the best. And you write down your thoughts, your questions, your worries in the notebook. I made an example one. This isn't from my kids. But you write down some of what you're worried about, and then you leave the notebook out for your parents, and then they write their responses to you. The nice thing about this is that then you don't have to have some of those uncomfortable conversations. You can put down your worries without having to worry about how they're going to respond to your worries. I find this is really helpful for high schoolers, for middle schoolers, maybe even third, fourth, fifth graders. The thing we're using at our house is called a worry box. You let the kids decorate a box. And for ours, we decided that we wouldn't focus on just worries, but also questions, because kids have a lot of questions about what's going on right now and all of the changes. Also on ideas for how to make the next several weeks of homeschooling not so hard for everybody or a little bit more exciting for everybody. And also just thoughts, things that they're thinking about or wondering about. And throughout the day or throughout the week, they can write it down on a little piece of paper and shove it in there. You can check the box at the same time every day, on the same day every week. It's really up to your family what works best. And then you sit down together and you read through those. So you can have a rule that everybody has to put their name, or that they can decide if they put their name, or that no names are put on. Again, whatever works best for your family. We just kind of leave it open to however they want to do it. And then we gather around, and the mommy and the daddy, the grandma, the grandpa, the grown-up takes their time to read through and talk about and discuss it. The nice thing about a worry box is if kids are asking a lot of questions about when is school going to start back, or how are we going to make this work, you can have them write the worries down and let them know, I know that you have a lot of questions. I know that you have a lot of worries. Why don't you write them down and put them in the worry box, and then we'll get back to them. That helps that helps those big worries get much, much, much smaller and much more manageable, because they go in the box until it's time to talk about them. So that's all for today. Just the importance of expressing worry, expressing thoughts, expressing questions, and that it's okay. It's completely okay for all of you out there to be feeling lots of different feelings about this. And none of those feelings are right or wrong. Next time, we'll talk about some different breathing activities that you can do that help calm you down a little bit too. Thanks.